Now, when it comes to getting moved to a dorm that you ain't familiar with, there's only so many things you can do. In this video, I'm going to be telling you the easiest thing to do when you're placed in a new dorm. And that is, trust me.
Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be telling y'all what my opinion is and what I do anytime I get placed in a new dorm or inside of a new cell. Alright? Now this right here is something that everybody can relate to. Something that everybody's going to be going through. Because no matter where you get locked up at, you were once going to be new to that cell block, that quad, whatever it is that they call it where you are. Now, it's common sense. When you first get moved into a place that you are not familiar with, you don't want to just be friendly with everybody. Think about it. Nobody likes a friendly ass person like that. And inside a prison, people seem to always want to take advantage of those who look vulnerable. The more friendly you are and the quicker you are friendly, the more vulnerable you look. You feel me? Me personally, when I get put inside of a new dorm, first thing I do is I observe and I peep my surroundings, okay? I look around for a couple days and I get the feel of the dorm, all right? I try to peep the vibe, try to sense who hangs out with who, try to even lock in my mind who lives where and what cell, so I know if anything goes down with somebody, I know where to find them. If somebody ends up trying me, or somebody ends up stealing from me, or trying to rob me, or trying to put down on me, extort me, anything like that, I will know where they live at, because the first couple days I sat back and I observed and I peeped who I seen coming in and out of what cell, or when it was time for lockdown and go to sleep, I see who went to what cell to go to sleep. You know, stuff like that. You gotta peep and get a feel of everything before you just dive in and start being friendly. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, when I was in a dorm and new people would come in, soon as somebody was friendly, in my mind I used to be like, oh yeah, they're sweet. I could get anything out of them. I could talk them out of all types of shit. You know, either they're doing that because they're scared, they don't know no better, you feel me? But at the same time, it makes them look easily to where you can put down and finesse them and talk them out of canteen, or, you know, get stuff out of them. Like when people would come from a different institution, like down here in Florida, we have some private camps, you know what I'm saying? Like South Bay, Moorhaven, and stuff like that. They get a different, you know, like canteen item list than we do in regular camps, you feel me? So when they'd come, you know, they'd be coming with Irish Spring soap. We had VO5 shampoo on our canteen list when I first went to prison, but they took it off. Well, at that private camp, they still got VO5, you feel me, and stuff like that. So when they'd come in, everybody like tries to hound them and tries to see if they can buy it off them, or if they could finesse them out of it, or anything like that. And they don't know. To them, that's just the regular same shit they've had wherever they were. It was never nothing that serious. But now you land at a camp where that shit isn't at. Now it's got a high, you know, amount that it's worth, but people are going to try to get it off you real quick before you know any better. You feel me? So people are waiting for you to be friendly. People are trying to see if you're friendly. You have people that are going to actually, you know, throw things out there towards you just to peep your vibe and see how you respond and how you react. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, anytime someone gets put in a dorm and they're off-rip friendly, something happens. They don't last there that long, or they get advantage taken of them. You know what I'm saying? But me, when I get put in that dorm, I ain't trying to talk. I ain't trying to rap. I ain't trying to be your friend. I might not say nothing to nobody. You feel me? But I'm definitely going to be walking around with my head up. You know, I'm going to be carrying myself the same way. I'm not going to be in a shell and look all scared and all worried and nervous. Even if I was nervous, I'd still be able to hide it. You know, I'm not going to let my face and my actions and expressions show that I'm a little nervous, you know. Because there is going to be times you're going to be nervous because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Everything that you've been familiar with, whether it was on the streets or the camp or the damn dorm you just came from, isn't going to be the same, you know, when you get to this place. You feel me? And it doesn't matter if it's the same institution. Every dorm has a different vibe. You feel me? And at the end of the day, you can't control where they put you. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have some type of pool, you can, like, you know, with officers, you can get it to where, you know, you request to get moved. For instance, all right, if I'm in A dorm and I want to get moved down there to B dorm to hang out with my dogs, you feel me? If there's an officer that I'm kind of cool with, you know, that I can, like, you know, talk to or whatever, boom, boom, boom. Hey, man, I want you to move me down there, Sarge. Move me to B dorm so I can hang out with my dogs, blah, blah, blah. You know, he might do it. And then if another guard decides to move you from there, that first officer isn't going to say nothing, you know. He isn't going to go against the officer that just moved you out of that dorm, especially if he's a higher power officer. Like if he's a white shirt, a lieutenant or a captain or something like that. He damn sure ain't going to show his hand and let them know, oh, I'm going to move him back over here because you moved him. Because they will then hit the officer and inmate with staff relationships. And that actually takes place with male inmates and male guards, just like it does male and female. You feel me? It ain't got to be a female guard for you to be charged with staff relationship. It could be just you're cool with a male officer like that, and they'll think that you got them bringing in tobacco and got them doing shit for you on the pound and different stuff like that. You feel me? So you can request to get put in a certain place, but 9 times out of 10 they won't move you there. You feel me? Now, when you first go in the dorm, you know, first thing you want to do is you want to peep your bunkie. You want to see, like, damn, who my bunkie is, you know, make sure you ain't got no person with a messed up charge or no rat, you know, or no bug or someone that just smokes and doesn't take showers and stuff. You got to peep all that shit. And if you get put in a dorm where your bunkie is like that, you're going to have to change your bunkie's ways. You're going to have to, you know, you can't just get put in a dorm where he's smelly as hell and don't want to take a shower, and then you get put in there and you allow it. You feel me? Because then it's like you're going to be looked at the same as he is, you know, like he's going to be reflecting off of you. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I don't give a damn how long somebody's been in a dorm, who knows what, who's cool with who, how long he's been there, who knows him. Yeah, I get put in a cell with you and your ass don't shower, boy, something's stopping, or your ass is finna get on the door. You know, that's my personal opinion. That's how it's going to end up going. You feel me? And every time I got put in a dorm, I wasn't even friendly off rip with my bunkies. You know what I'm saying? I'd get in the dorm and my bunkie would be like, what up, bro? I'd be like, what's up with you? Boop, keep it moving. You know, so that way they see, oh, okay. Not like on no asshole shit. Not like, oh, he's just an asshole. You feel me? Or like, oh, make it look like I don't fuck with nobody or nothing. Just I got my own thing going on in my mind, and I burn up. You feel me? I walk around and do what I got to do. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and give you my whole life story and, oh yeah, where I came from and that. You know, we may talk at lockdown time or when it's count time. You know, and then you slowly but surely you get more and more comfortable with your surroundings. You see what I'm saying? Now, if someone tries you when you first come in, you already know what you're supposed to do. And you got to be ready for that. And you got to look forward to that. Don't think it won't happen because it didn't happen where you just came from. And don't think because you're known on the compound, you get moved into this dorm, you'll be straight. It doesn't work like that. You could be known all over the compound and you could know majority of that dorm that you were getting put into. And there could be somebody in there that's going to go against what them people are saying. There's going to be somebody that's in there that don't give a damn who you know. And if they want to try you, they will try you. You feel me? You got to be prepared for that type of shit. You know, and you got to observe, like I said, because when you get in there, you know, certain people will try to be cool with you. You know what I'm saying? And certain people won't. 9 times out of 10, the ones that you're going to end up clicking with, you know, the most later on are going to be the ones that didn't try to talk to you at first. You see? And it's going to be the same way on their end when you don't try to talk to them at first. You feel me? Them same people that come there and try to be friendly and all that, you never know what it is they're trying to be cool with you for. You don't know if they want something, if they're trying to see what they can get out of you, because everybody's trying to come up in prison. If I got 5 soups to my name and you got 30 soups to your name, and I come in there, shit, that's 5 free soups if you could talk me out of my canteen. If you think about it, now you got 35 of them. That's the way it goes. That's how it is. And like the main reason why you want to observe who you get yourself associated with or talk to is because you don't know if that individual got a messed up charge. You don't know if he's a booty bandit. You don't know if he tells, if he's a snitch. You don't know any of these things. You don't know if he's a thief. You gotta see who's who. You understand? Because you'll walk in there, and then if you're constantly talking to this one dude, you feel me, and you realize nobody like is talking to you, it could be because who you're talking to. You feel me? Nobody in the dorm could like that individual for some type of reason. He might, be a sissy. He might sleep with boys. And then next thing you know, you go in there, you don't know no better. You go to talking to him because he's trying to be cool with you. And then next thing you know, you're in that same category as that sissy. You feel me? Or like in the movie Blood In, Blood Out. If y'all have ever seen that one. Remember when he first walks in or whatever, and he's got the Chico dude walking him around, trying to show him around. Oh yeah, that's where that is, that's where that is, that's where that is. There's that and all that, boom, boom, boom. And then what happened when he walked near the cell? Yeah, right. He shut him and he pulled a knife out and was trying to take something from him. You feel me? Yeah, you see? It can go down like that. You never know who it is you're getting put in the dorm with. You feel me? So me, off rip, I just close my mouth, keep my head up, and I observe. Straight up. Even if they call canteen. If they call canteen, it's time for us to go hit the canteen window. I'm not going to go out there and hit for $100 even though I know I can. You get what I'm saying? That would just be dumb. You feel me? Because you don't know who's in that dorm. You don't know how that dorm works. You feel me? You got to peep it first. You know, there's people that are in dorms, been in dorms 7, 8 months. You know, I used to see a shitload of them, and majority of them were white boys. They've been in there 6, 7, 8 months, and every time they call canteen, they'd never get more than $10 to $12 worth of shit. You feel me? Because even though they've been there that long and they know everybody in the dorm, you know, they peep the scene. They know the vibes. They feel it in the air. They know that this dorm isn't where you could just live how you want to live and sit back and have lockers full of canteen and shit. They're still not fully comfortable. They still worry if someone will take their shit. So the less stuff they get, the less they feel like they got to worry about it. You feel me? They feel like if they get a little here and there every time they hit the canteen window, nobody will mess with them and try to take their shit or beat them up or steal their stuff from them. You feel me? And I'm talking about people do that shit for months, for years, you know? Like that's what they do because they're still not comfortable. Me, I don't go in there looking to get comfortable, but I'm going to get comfortable. Whether I got to go through the drama, the bullshit and everything head on within the first couple weeks, but that shit's going to get up out the window. You feel me? Whatever is going to happen is going to happen with Frog within the first couple weeks of me being in that dorm. Whoever I ain't got, you know, like who I don't see eye to eye with, whoever I got beef with, whoever, you know, all that, because I'll call some shady shit out, you know what I'm saying? And me, I can kind of like read somebody, so I can tell if you're feminine, you know, I can peep your ways. If you're a snake, you know, I'll peep that shit. I'll sit back and observe, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, God gave your ass one mouth and 2 eyes for a reason, so you can pay attention, with same thing with 2 ears, and listen twice as much as you talk, you feel me? Just fall back and you just observe, see what this dorm's like, get the feel of it, you know what I'm saying? Because no matter where you get moved at, you're going to have some type of nervousness in you. That's just what it is. You know, if someone tells you, oh yeah, they ain't nervous, they never was nervous and all that, it's cap. You feel me? You may have not been nervous at that time when you first moved in there. You may have, you know, but there's always little things that will be thrown your way that get your senses up, you know what I'm saying? That kind of like bing, you know, get it to where you're high alert, you're observing things, you know. And a lot of the institutions that I was at, when I first got put in a dorm, I seen shit happen to people. You feel me? When I first went to Calhoun and I got put in G-Dorm, I got put in there, me and like 4 other people. The first day I was there, them 4 other people, 2 or 3 of them got into some shit. Literally. And like I was the only one that didn't get into nothing at that point, you know. I'm like, all right, but they weren't like living like that to get put in some shit. Like, I'm talking about like 2 of them, like people made them check in. You know, the other ones, like they beat them up and went through their locker, took their shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm the next one for them to try. Feel me? I already knew because I observed, I peeped. I wasn't trying to be friends with nobody in the dorm to make it look like, hey man, yeah, I know him. Y'all leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? I know bruh right here or whatever, man, or save me. None of that shit, bruh. I'm gonna go ahead and get over with whatever I gotta get over with. And I'm not going nowhere. The only way I'm moving is if your ass wet me up, put me in the fucking infirmary, or if the guards move me. But I'm not going nowhere. I'm not checking in. I'm not requesting the move. I'm not in fear for my life. None of that stuff. I'm not gonna go through anything that makes me less of a man. I will not go with. You feel me? I will never take that route. You feel me? So whatever comes with it, fighting, jumping, locks, knives, whatever. Getting gassed by the officer, whatever comes with it, Frog is going to end up going through, whether I want to go through it or not. Feel me? So that's why it don't really matter if it's a good situation or a bad situation, bro. I got to go through it. You feel me? And when you first get put in that dorm, you know, everybody's going to look at you, bro. They're going to just stare at you and they're going to want to see how you are. Just like, you know, when you first go in there and I'm telling you to observe these people and see how they carry themselves and how they act and all that shit, what you think they doing for you? What you think? They're doing the same thing. While you're over here watching this side of the dorm and you're peeping these dudes and shit, there's people on that side peeping you. Think about that. Every time you're looking at someone that ain't looking at you and you're watching and seeing what they're doing, trying to peep out their moves and how they carry themselves, try to see how they act and move, there's people that are looking at you that you don't even know is looking at you and they're watching you. You see? So why not do the same shit they're doing? They're getting a feel of you before they even say anything, so you might as well get a feel of them. And due to the fact that you're new in that dorm, you're new in that cell or whatever it is, you're going to have to observe twice as much. You feel me? As soon as you get put in your cell, look around that motherfucker. You feel me? Peep. See how dirty it looks. See if it's clean, you know. You'll get a feel of how your bunkie is before you even meet him. How his bed's made, how clean the sink is, the toilet. You know, is it dusty? Is it dirty? You know, you could tell. Is his locker in order? You know, under his bunk, is that shit like, you know, all nice looking? Like you could tell by the way somebody carries herself. You know what I'm saying? And you being new to the cell, your best bet is to get with the program. Which means if you get put in a cell and it is a clean person, and you could tell he might have towels laid down, look like a rug when you walk inside there. You feel me? And everyone knows that the towels in prison are white. At least down here in Florida. You look, it looks like he's got a rug. You know, he's got everything all nice and neat. You ain't even meet him yet. It's common sense. If your ass don't like to bathe or shower or pick up after yourself, now you're in a cell with someone that is real clean. You know, it's common sense. You might as well start being real clean. It's for your own good anyways. You should be clean as it is, you know. That's something that you should have, you know, knew before you came to prison. You feel me? So then you just start doing, don't go in there and try to all of a sudden turn the room upside down and make this bitch all dirty, all nasty looking, all dusty and never clean and just nasty shit on the wall. Don't do nothing like that, because then you're going against the grain. You feel me? You're going against the program of how that cell already was. And you know, when you get put in a cell, the person who's already there is going to feel like it was their room first. So they're going to try to feel like, you know, they call the shots. So when you get in there, you know, you're going to make it to where you let it be known, like, you know, it's kind of like you're fitting in with the feel of the room, you know, but you also make it known they don't run the room. You feel me? It's y'all's house. You feel me? Both of y'all's. It's both of our rooms. You know, if you could tell me who can and can't come in this cell, I have the same right to tell you who can and can't come in this cell. And you got to make that shit known, you feel me? Now, down here in Florida, it ain't like you see on the movies and shit where you walk in there and people top bunk you and all that. It ain't like that, you feel me? Now, it can happen, you know, don't get me wrong. Not saying it can't, but I've never been anywhere where they top bunked somebody. You know, where they literally like, oh, get up, well, I want a top bunk, and then they swing on them and they beat them up and all this different shit and make them get on the top bunk. I've never seen that in real life. You feel me? That's movie shit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe somewhere else, because you're already put in the computer where they're putting you. You feel me? And if they come around and they know who you are, if they know your ass was Kfrog and they come around and they know you're supposed to be on a damn bottom bunk or the top bunk, and then they come around for a count, your ass may be sleeping, but they see you're on the bunk you're not supposed to be on, they can write you a DR over that. You see what I'm saying? Literally, oh, you're supposed to be on the top bunk, but you got this man on the top bunk. You feel me? And I've had, you know, bad experiences with bunkies when I was in confinement, because I've been in the box for such long bids that I won't have a bunkie, and they'll have me on the top bunk. So here I'm sleeping on the top, and ain't nobody under me. So every day I'm putting my foot on the empty, you know, the empty bunk, and I'm getting up there on the top bunk. And the reason for that, you know, even a guard said it to me. Why are you sleeping on the top bunk? You know, I ain't got no bunkie, so I can sleep on the bottom bunk. You feel me? It's common sense when they come around and do count. I'm the only person in the cell. You feel me? But I used to tell them I like the top bunk. And I do, because it's more breezy up there. You get more of a feel of the air. You know what I'm saying? Then if I have a bunkie that's under me and shit, you know, if he wants to talk and all this shit, I can just jump up over there, boom, and face the wall, man. It's it. Boy, you know, I don't want to talk. I ain't got to worry about when people come in and out of the cell sitting on my bunk. You know, none of that shit. My shit up there out of the way. You feel me? That's why I like the top bunk. You know what I'm saying? And it's better to me. You feel me? But I actually get put on bottom bunk in confinement, will be the only person, and then all of a sudden they'll move some dude in there that's way bigger than me and everything, and he's got to get put on the top bunk. You see? Because I'm on the bottom bunk. And then at times, you know, they'll just throw them in there. So when you get put in a cell in confinement yourself, you don't know if you're top bunk or bottom bunk. You feel me? Think about it. It's just an empty cell. First thing you're going to do is get the bottom bunk. You know, that's how it works. And then they'll put someone in there, and the next thing you know, they'll be like, hey, bro, I'm supposed to be on the bottom bunk. Well, bitch, I've been on the bottom bunk for damn near 2.5 months. Every bunkie I had before, bro, they came and got their ass on the tip top. You feel me? So now it's kind of like, shit, what, I'm not finna pack my shit and move up there because you said something. These are the type of things that you gotta, you know, expect. You know, there's nothing you could do when this motherfucker's in your face like this saying certain things about he wants your bunk. All you can do is fight and stand on your own feet unless you're going to roll your shit up and put it up there. But then that was a put down. You do that, then they know who runs the cell. Literally. They know who runs the cell. If you let someone tell you, man, get your ass up top or get your ass on the bottom, then, bro, you don't run that cell. It ain't no 50-50. It's straight up. It's more like a 10 to 90. That's what it is. So you got to be prepared for these things, man. It does happen. It is possible. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you know, be who you truly are, man. Don't put no front up. Don't go in there trying to act like you the biggest of gangsters and you're down the rock and bump. Because if people see that, that's what they're going to want from you. If people see, oh, okay, you carry yourself like bumping ain't nothing, like you want to fight a motherfucker, like that's all you talk about, like that's what you want to do, that's the damn route people are going to take. That's the route people are going to throw at you. They're going to be like, all right, that's what you want, right? It should be nothing. It shouldn't be that serious because this is what you're used to. You feel me? You talk about it like, yo, you get in the paint and all that. You feel me? And the next thing you know, that same person checking in, getting took up through there, anything. You feel me? You got to be prepared for that. I got put in some situations. I remember when I first got put in the dorm at Charlotte. When I walked in there and shit, as soon as I got put in the dorm, they told me my cell. I walk over there, there's something hanging over the window. Like over the door and the window. So I'm like, damn, they might be in there shitting. You feel me? So I didn't want to just go in there and, you know, disturb them. Because that's normally what it means. They're shitting. So boom, I sat down in front of the TV. Everybody walking out looking at me with all my shit that I got transferred with. They're all looking at me and shit, just sitting there watching TV. They're like, you know, looking around like, who's this dude? Like I'm a fucking alien or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm some fucking creature on an island they never seen before. You know, and then I'm waiting for dude to, you know, be done taking it. I wait, I'm sitting here watching TV and shit, but I'm peeping my surroundings too. For all I know, he was up there, you know, using the restroom and shit, like I said. You feel me? But in all reality, you know, he was on a phone at the time. You feel me? I didn't know this, you know. So after about 20 minutes, I'm like, boy, his ass either, you know, if he ain't shitting, then he's in there, you know, gunning, jacking or something. So I'm like, man, you know, I done waited long enough. I got all my shit. People keep looking at me. I'm like, man, I'm going to go up here and tell this dude. I peck on the door. I'm like, hey, bro, you feel me? He like, oh, hold on. Someone's in here. You feel me? So I'm like, man, just letting you know, man, hey, this my cell. You feel me? So I left my shit, like, next to the door and went back down there and sat down next to the TV. You feel me? Was able to see my cell right there. You know, but in my mind, I'm like, man, I don't know what he was doing. You know, so that right there could have put me in a tight spot because of what he actually was doing. Here, I'm interrupting him. You know, I go in there and I disturb him. Now, if I was known for that being my cell, then, you know, I could walk in and out, you feel me, while they're on the jack or whatever, you feel me? But due to the fact that I just got put in a new dorm and I didn't know nobody, you know, they didn't know that was my cell, if I would have just walked in there, you know, it would have turned into some shit and we would have got into something as soon as I got in there. You know, it would have just looked like somebody they don't know is intruding, walking in their shit. They don't know if I'm police, if I'm an undercover damn working for the cops. They don't know none of that. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to sit back and you got to observe, man, like I'm telling you, because you'll find yourself in more bad situations if you don't, you know, and nobody respects somebody that's friendly. Just remember that, you know, so don't think, oh, if I could just go there and I could just be nice and friend everybody and everything will go smooth and they'll accept me. This is prison, everybody. This is where people came for breaking the law, committing crimes. You know, they're going to do anything they can to get over on you. So you want to make sure no matter what, you're comfortable with yourself. You peep your surroundings because you're not going to like where you land at all the time. Just because you had fun and you liked the dorm you landed in last time doesn't mean where you go next time you'll like it. Okay? I've been put in places to where I couldn't wait to be moved. I couldn't wait until some shit happened, you know, to where I'm like, you know, I don't like my bunkie that much, you know, but I'm not going to live in a cell with somebody I don't like that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just ain't really fuck with bro like that, but I'm not going to live in a cell with someone and not talk to them for a fucking year and a half or nothing like that. You know, and some people get put in them situations, you know. Like, you might get put in a cell with someone that speaks no English. You might get put in there with an older Spanish dude that speaks straight Spanish and you don't even know what he's saying. That you're going to have to go get someone to translate anytime he does something wrong or anytime you want to say something. Your ass ain't got nothing to talk about to him because y'all don't understand each other. You feel me? That's hard time. Being put in a cell with someone that don't even speak the same language as you. It'd be different if, you know, you spoke both languages. But if you get put in there and you speak straight Spanish and you get put in there with someone that speaks straight English or vice versa, that's tough time. You feel me? And at the end of the day, no one's going to let you just go in there and put down on your new bunkie. You feel me? No matter how much they stink, no matter if they mess with boys, no matter what it is, you got to peep because that might be what everybody's doing in that dorm. So now when you go in there and you know you like to shower a lot or you like to only mess with girls, like which is normal, and then you get a bunkie that does the opposite, you might think you're doing the right thing by trying to beat his ass and put him on the door and get him up out your cell. But then next thing you know, you find out there's 15 to 25 people in there that do the same thing. Now you already knew you were outnumbered, but now you're outnumbered by a long shot. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared for these things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew who Kfrog was when I got put in dorms. You know what I'm saying? Except for when I first landed, like my first cell I ever landed in prison. You know, but I got put in a quad with people that knew me from the county jail. You see, so it's like your name will follow you. You know, so like you got to make sure no matter what you do, you know, you remain solid through all of it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to always like where they put you. You know, sometimes guards will see you're having too much fun and you're clicking with your homeboys too much and y'all just out of hand, that they'll separate you and put you over there where they know that y'all's ops are at, where they know the same people that y'all are going through war with. You know, they might see you're cool with all the Bloods and all the Latin Kings, and the next thing you know, they want to separate y'all, so they're going to go put you over there with the Crips, you know what I'm saying, and the damn folks, the GDs. That's how it works. You can't control where they put you like that. You got to just make sure you observe and peep game, because you will get put in some places you don't feel comfortable. You're not supposed to feel comfortable. It's prison. That's why they do a lot of transfers and moving people around, because they don't want you to get comfortable. People get shipped for no reason sometimes, and sometimes people will stay at a camp for 8 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But then some other people will get transferred and moved around all the time because they don't want you to get too comfortable. You're not supposed to feel like this is at home, even though this is your home for the next couple years. You got to knock off some calendars just to walk outside them gates. You feel what I'm saying? But that's how it is for me, y'all, when I get put in a new cell inside of a new dorm. Like I said, I sit back, I peep game, I observe, I try to see who's who. I try to get to know everybody, know who they are and everything without them even knowing who I am. I try to get the upper hand. By the time they know me, you feel me? I done learned everybody. I done peeped, seen what cell they live in and all that shit. You know, I done learned everything, what gang they're in. I can peep handshakes. I peep tattoos. You know, you hear nicknames from this, you know what I'm saying? When someone's talking to someone, you know, you might be watching TV, but then you hear someone screaming someone's name across the quad. It catches your attention. You look at that person that's screaming the name, and then you see which direction he's yelling, and you see the person who's answering her. Oh, get him. So now you know that's his name. And you know, you learn these things. You feel me? And you'll realize that the more times you get put in different quads, and the more times that you get put in new cells and get new cellmates and bunkies and shit, you'll realize the more and more you're understanding it, the more and more that you're getting used to it. Okay? Every time you go to confinement, when you get out of the box, your ass gets put in a new quad. And even if you get put in the same quad, you probably won't get the same cell. You'll get a different bunkie. You'll get put in a different dorm. When you're in confinement, you don't know who they're putting you in the cell with. You don't know who's in that cell when they're bringing you there. You feel me? And you don't know who they're going to bring in there to put in your cell later on that comes in confinement after you. You get what I'm saying? But you got to just prepare for it, because you're going to get put in some situations that you don't want to get put in. You're going to have that feel, that gut feeling where you're like, man, this shit sucks. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to do what you got to do to knock your time out. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, I'm going to wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching like always. Y'all know that. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out if you ain't hit it on the way in. I appreciate y'all watching today. And like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, people that rent rims in 2022, post pictures like they dope boys from Broward County, and all reality they financing a car and financing rims. You feel me? They gonna be doing the same shit 10 years from now. You feel me? Keep them clowns out your circle, man. Straight up. Until next time, this the one and only Frog.